features with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Don't get you tonight.
Good evening and welcome to Creature Features. I'm your humble host, Vincent. Stood with me is my dutiful houseman, the virtuous Mr. Livingston. And over to this side would be the tiny and dainty Tangela, whose knowledge of pyromaniacal techniques, arson ignition procedures, and who also happens to be well versed in the modus operandi utilized in pyrochemistry, will prove to be most useful for tonight's film, which just so happens to be Fire from 1977. Starring Ernest Borgnine, Patty Duke, Donna Mills, and Eric Estrada. This is a fascinating film about a convict that starts a small blaze to create a diversion from his escape and inevitably places a small village into the path of a fierce firestorm.
In other words, a normal day in California.
Produced by Irwin Allen, who is the same bloke who made the best disaster films in the 70s, this harrowing tale will surely compel you to keep your household fire extinguisher within close reach.
That, and perhaps a vomit bag.
Now, Tangela, you may not create a demonstration for our viewers by igniting our carriage house. I keep over £500,000 worth of Legos in that structure. If they were to go up in a puff of smoke, the worldwide price of plastic bricks would increase exponentially, creating a very bleak outlook for the Christmas shopping season, as well as for legions of little boys and girls. Joining us to watch this fabulous film will be our old friend and nearby neighbor, Mr. Jon Provost. Those familiar with our program will recall that Jon is the fine actor who portrayed Timmy on the television program Lassie when he was merely a wee lad. Jon will acquaint us with what he's been up to as of late, tell us what he thinks about the current Hollywood landscape, and chime in about tonight's fiery film. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of forest fire fright, right here on Creature Features. Mustn't. Stay tuned. Jon Provost, Timmy from Lassie, famous man you. Did you know that if all viewers were to switch over to channel 7 or 13, they could watch Live Again, Die Again? Here, listen to this description. A chilling 1974 movie about a woman who is brought back to life after being frozen for 35 years.
Well, that sounds like what people do today. They want to be frozen.
I'm signed up. No, it stars Donna Mills. I'm signed up. Look. This.
Oh, you're ready to go?
No.
Wow.
If I were to die, they would call this number. An entire team of cryonicists would show up and freeze me. And then,
I don't like the cold that much. I like it,
Well, you're not
warm.
supposed to bloody like it. You're supposed to be like in suspended animation until they cure whatever it is that killed you.
It
and they bring
sounds
you
a
back.
little fishy to me.
You sound a little fishy to me, Jon Provost. Anyway, welcome to the show. We've got Jon Provost tonight. You know, whenever we have Jon Provost, it's going to be a wonderful night, right?
Well, let's hope.
No, he did not bring Lassie. He only brought Lassie once. This entire bloody time.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Right, but you did bring your new little dog,
Yes, I did.
which Tangela absconded on.
I know, and
Some time ago.
you've got to do something about her.
Well, no, she told me that she does not believe Jon Provost should own any breed of dog other than a rough collie.
No. But all dogs are great.
No, they are all wonderful, but she doesn't think you're great. She thinks you're only great with rough collies.
To tell you the truth, I don't care what Tangela thinks.
Well, neither do I. She's somewhat of a nuisance, if you haven't noticed
You
already.
need to control her a little bit.
No, I don't know. She's more of a problem for you than she is for me.
Well, she's definitely a problem with me.
That she is. All right, so we're going to watch Fire with an exclamation point at the end.
Fire.
That's the title, Fire, exclamation point.
Yeah.
1977, Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, and Eric Estrada, the Chips.
I don't know
yeah,
what he's doing in this film, but it's probably no good.
Well, let's see it.
Was he doing Chips back then? When was Chips on?
That's a good question.
I think
Well,
Chips probably
we'll
came
have to-
later. I don't know.
Doesn't it tell you in your TV
Oh,
guide?
I'm not going to bother to look.
Okay.
Somebody watching the show shall Google it and post it on our YouTube page and tell us. So, anyways, we're going to watch this Fire movie. We're going to talk about fires because
Yes, I've
we've
been
both-
involved.
Yes, you've been experiencing that.
Yes.
And let's see, we're going to talk about things you're doing. You've got a new product you're about to introduce. We'll talk about that. And we're just going to have some fun, right?
All right, sounds
All right,
good.
let's start the film, Fire, 1977. Don't go away. It's flaming hot. Welcome back to Creature Features. If you're just joining us, we are watching Fire with Jon Provost, who's kind of a hot guy, right?
Well, not as hot as it is in this movie.
Well, this whole thing with the tossing of the cigarette,
Smoking is bad.
well, all smoking is bad. I mean, if a piece of electronic equipment begins smoking, that's bad, right?
And it smells weird, too.
No, it does.
Yeah.
That's a unique smell. But no, so a cigarette, he tosses a cigarette. Why would they give prisoners cigarettes when they're working in a forest? They might as well give them a flare gun while you're at it, right?
Yeah, it must have been one of those, easy jails.
No, you know what it was? It was the 70s.
Oh, maybe.
Everything was permissible in the 70s, you remember? No, there was people who would drive without a belt across their lap. Right?
People still do, and people drive and they talk on their phone. They do all these.
Well, they did not do that in the 70s because they could not.
They didn't
right?
have the phone.
That's
then.
right.
No, that's true.
They maybe had a CB radio,
Yes.
so they could go breaker, breaker.
Trucker, right?
Trucker,
Or
trucker,
something like
right?
that.
Something like
Yeah.
that, right? Now, I did not experience that phenomena. I came after.
It wasn't something that I did.
No, I saw American films that had CB radios, and I wanted one placed in my automobile, and I went to have one installed, and they said, "Bloke, you're stupid. Nobody uses those anymore. Buy a mobile telephone."
But you're just a little behind the times, I think.
No, I am, because what I ended up with was one of those large box cellular phones that was mounted under my dashboard,
And it was huge.
hardwired,
Yes,
and there was an actual antenna on the roof, right? And
Yeah.
it made loud sounds as I pushed each digit.
Yeah, and it took forever
Right.
for it to connect.
And I insisted on a Motorola because I figure if it goes into a vehicle with a motor, you should have
That's
a Motorola.
not what that means, Vincent.
Actually, no, you're incorrect, my friend. Motorola started out as a company that created record players for automobiles because it was a play on Victorola,
Wow.
and it was a Motorola, and it was a suspended.
I don't. Well, you must be
I'm
a
like
lot
a broken
older
clock.
than you
I'm
look.
right twice a day, at least. Right?
Okay.
All right. Enough about me. What about you? What's new?
Well, my autobiography came out in 2008, and a lot has transpired since then. So
Yes.
we updated the book. We added like about 100 pages.
Oh,
a lot
nice.
more pictures and stuff. So that's nice. And then we are also, I've been involved with dogs my entire life.
Right.
And a lot of times dogs, they get sore. They get if you leave the house, they get they get nervous and
Right.
things like that. So we have a product that is good for your dog when you leave, or if he has aches and pains. And it's called Spray Mix and Go, and they can go to my website. It's Provost Store. It'll be right there. in
Before we
front.
do the pitch here, what exactly is this product?
It is a CBD spray that you spray on the dog's food.
A CBD spray?
Yeah.
What in God's name is a CBD spray?
Well, it's a part of the hemp plant that is strictly medication. It is not psychoactive. It doesn't make your dog higher. As a matter of
I was
fact,
going to say, you are making dogs stoned.
No, not at all. People use it. People use it for their aches and pains.
Oh, I've seen
and
lots of
sleep,
stoned
but
people before.
No, it's totally different. It's the opposite of that.
How
And
do you
all
know
have to
they're
do
not
is look it up.
stoned?
It mellows them out. It makes them relax.
But how do you know they're not stoned?
Because there's no psychoactive drug in CBD. That's only in the other side.
You know, we're going to discuss this more in the
Okay.
next segment because this intrigues me. I want to see your dog stoned. No, I don't.
Don't.
All right, let's go back to fire, and we'll get back to a different kind of fire in a moment. Off we go. See you soon.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Tangella, according to this advertisement, Pepto-Bismol can cure diarrhea. I didn't know that.
Did we need to know that?
No, I thought Pepto-Bismol, I do not lie, I thought Pepto-Bismol was strictly for vomit.
Upset tummy.
Ooh. I'm not going to go into the details of what the difference between the two are, but it's an amazing thing to learn. Welcome back to the show. Time to do some letters. We kicked, or she kicked John out of the seat because she wanted to sit there, right?
I don't know why. She doesn't say anything.
No, she thinks she's going to get a gift. That's why she insists
Ah.
on being here for mail.
Cameron from Colorado Springs.
Cameron from Colorado Springs says, "The three of you are so awesome. One without each other would be so sad." We do it on Fridays because this bloke is off.
I have it off by law.
Well, no, we could only make him endure one movie a week. So, no Fridays, but yeah, watch a Friday show. You'll see her and I do all right, right? Let's see. All three of you are brilliantly talented. I'm not a huge TV watcher. I suppose he's got one of those tiny Sony televisions, right?
It's hard
As
to
opposed
say.
to the huge, like, Zenith, like in his room. I'm very critical, but this is definitely the best entertainment on TV and the internet. In this new world, you make me laugh, smile, and walk away refreshed. In Colorado Springs, of all things. No, I've been to Colorado Springs. It's refreshing as is, and we make it even more refreshing. Thank you, Cameron. Next up, Mr. Livingston. Oh, I want to see the package. That's a colorful package. Give me the package first. I want to see the package first.
Very well.
Oh, this is nice. Who's this from? Troy Hickman. I know this bloke. He's the one that's always doing the humorous comments on our YouTube videos.
I believe that's true.
No, he's prolific. I didn't know he was an actual writer. Writer, editor, teacher. You know, I would not do it in that order, Troy. I'd be like teacher, writer, editor. Right? By level of importance. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what this bloke sent us. We've got a letter and something.
It appears to be a graphic novel.
Look at this, Common Grounds. I'll let her take a look at that.
It's sealed.
I will give you this, and I shall read the note. Troy Hickman in Lafayette, Indiana says, "Hi, folks. I just want to drop you a quick line and tell you how much I appreciate you all. We appreciate you too, Troy, but don't let it get to your head. We need a lot more smiles these days, and you never fail to deliver. Vincent is a wonderful ringmaster for this lunacy, and I love his inspired wordplay. Mr. Livingston is able to take grace and poise and turn it all into a foil for high comedy. And what can you say about Tangela that hasn't been said? She's not just all that and a bag of chips. She's also a side order of 7-layer dip and refreshing after-dinner mint to cleanse the palate." You're not even listening to you, Troy. "The whole crew there is obviously so multi-talented. As a most meager and insufficient thank you, I've enclosed one of my trade paperback collections. When I'm not teaching college students, I write comics. This one is called Common Grounds, and it's about a chain of coffee and donut shops that are frequented by superheroes and villains." Well, that's rather novel, is it not?
No.
Yes, I've never heard of a story about a coffee shop for superheroes.
Well, that, you're correct.
What would you think I meant?
I thought superheroes and villains.
Well, of course I don't mean superheroes and villains. I'm talking about Common Grounds coffee shop for...
Oh, I get the play on words.
Yeah, I know. I just don't think you listen to me anymore. He tunes me out. He hears like the last word I said. It says, blah, blah, blah. Or blue, 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 whatever it is.
I'm sorry, what?
That's all right. The stories were written by me. The art is by some of the most famous artists in comics, and it was very well received, so I'm hoping that someone there might get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. I think this one is. I'll stop bending your ears for now. Just know that you will always have a fan here at the Crossroads of America. Much admiration, Troy Hickman. Well, now I know I post such funny things on our YouTube.
He's a writer.
He's a writer, he's a teacher, and he's an editor. But teacher, writer, editor.
Or writer, editor, teacher.
More mail, please.
What? Ted McDermott.
Ted McDermott. I think he's Irish. I shall call him Theodore. Theodore McDermott from New York, New York. That's always confused me. It's like an echo. Hi, I'm from New York. New York, New York, New York.
So nice they named it twice.
Right. Let's see. Dear Creature Features, I want to thank you for your show. It is the stupidest thing on television. Seriously. Okay. This is not going to end well. And that's a good thing. TV should be stupid. And you people are masters of that craft. Again, a good thing. There is enough seriousness and intelligence, he puts in quotes, on every other program. It is getting old. Stupid and goofy never become old, and in this regard, you are head and shoulders above the rest. Please do not take this as an insult. I like your show, but then again, I like mildew. I don't know what to make of this.
That's a rather backhanded compliment.
No, well, it's very front-handed.
Front?
This does not appear to be a thinly veiled insult. I like it. Thanks for writing, Ted. Is that it for mail?
That's it for mail.
That is it for mail. If you'd like to send us a note of your own, go to hellocreaturefeatures.com. At that location, you will find a form to send us an email, an address to send a package like our friend Troy, or if you'd like to send us a minivan full of coins, there's probably a way to do that too, right?
I hope not.
No? All right. Anyways, letters and packages will suffice. We'll have Jon back soon, but first let's get back to fire.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear that I have been tasked yet again to deliver another plea intended to separate you from your hard-earned money. This program now has its own channel and associated apps that allow you to watch the entire Creature Features library and much more. Entitled Creature Features TV, this is a system that works much like Netflix or Hulu. Besides early access to all the new Creature Features episodes, you'll also have access to many other offerings and some archival episodes of the original show with Mr. Bob Wilkins. You'll also have exclusive access to a new Creature Features show that will be introduced soon and will not be available anywhere else. Your generous but modest monthly subscription fee will also greatly assist in the continued production of the show, so there's that as well. Miss Tangela has asked me to inform you that if you subscribe to Creature Features TV, she will be sure to create more dancing videos just for you. I think not. So please visit www.creaturefeaturestv.com to learn more. Thank you for your time.
Welcome back to the Fire program, where we are watching a film about fire, and we are talking about fire, and we're also talking about CBD, which you've properly explained to me now is it's a medicine,
Correct.
essentially,
Correct.
right?
And,
I mean, that that's a nice look for you. Now, if you're going to be a doctor, a dog doctor, they wear this particular chapeau. It's most fitting. All right, Tangela, that one didn't fit on his head. You got to try something else. So, there we go. That's what Dr. CBD should wear.
You think?
Yes. No, that's lovely.
What do I don't even know what I look like.
It's like a ladybug. It's like you're a ladybug. You are like Dr. Ladybug, and it's wonderful. So, anyways, this product. So it would calm a dog. Could you use it for perhaps on Independence Day when they do the fireworks?
Yes, exactly. That's what it's for. What is she doing?
You know, she does that thing.
This is what I mean. You know, you really need to do something about this.
So just so you understand, typically she's here at the end, but she wants to go off to the store before it closes. And I told her, well, she's got to come out on this segment. That's good. So she won't be on the end. And this is all she's got for you.
In other words, you're humoring her?
No, she is humoring us, essentially. Okay. And she's humoring you with hat tricks, which is always a nice thing. Now, she could have brought out her blades or explosives or something. That one? I don't know about that one. He looks like, okay, that's better. You look like a gnome. That's nice. No, that should be the logo for your new product.
Yeah. Okay.
A dog with a gnome chapeau.
Well,
what's the name of the product?
I think it's called Spray, Mix, and Go. So you spray it. See, that's the thing. It's a spray. It's the only one that's a spray. Everything else is a tincture. You have to get a little eyedropper.
What part of the animal do you spray?
No, you spray it on the food.
Oh.
Then you mix the food.
Right.
And then you go. Spray, mix, and go.
Go where?
So it's easy. Well, you leave the house, and now your dog is going to be nice and content.
Oh, so this is something, this turns a bad boy into a good boy.
Well, it helps.
Right.
It helps. I mean, sometimes, you know, Now,
no,
what is...
That one is spectacular.
Wait a minute.
No.
Am I a court jester?
You're better than a court jester. That is like the advanced digital version of a court jester.
Actually, I like this one.
No, that one's good. You should do conventions. You know, he does conventions. He does conventions all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Well,
well.
didn't you just recently go out of the country?
Yes, we were, Lori and my wife and I, we went to Europe, and we had a wonderful
Nice.
time. Yeah.
See? He's an international man of mystery. And now he has something called Spray and Go? No.
Spray, mix, and go.
Spray, mix, and go.
Yeah.
Do not do it in reverse order. You do not want to go, spray,
No,
and mix.
no, that-
you want
that
to
wouldn't-
spray,
that
mix,
wouldn't work at all.
and go.
You know,
Well, do you have a website?
yes.
What's
it's
it called?
Provoststore.net.
Provoststore.net.
Yes, provoststore.net.
It's like a dog net, right?
That
Right?
would work.
That's what a dog
Sure.
catcher would use, a dog net. Let's get back to this film, shall we?
Oh, can I get rid of this?
No.
Okay.
Off we go to Fire, 1977. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Hi, this is Kelly from California, and I just joined your patron a few days ago. But can you please play Picture Mommy Dead? I think it has Zaza Gabor or Ava Gabor, one of the Gabor sisters. Thank you. Bye.
You know, there's something quite interesting about this particular film, and that is it was done by Irwin Allen. Remember him, the
Yes,
master of disaster?
He does all these disaster movies.
But
That's
you know,
right.
he also did Lost in Space, Time Tunnel, Journey to the
all that.
whatever. He was quite proficient,
Yeah.
right? But he did a film like this, another TV movie called Flood.
The flood put the fire out?
I suppose it could have,
But
but the flood came before this movie. The Flood movie came
Before
before,
the fire.
this. We should probably show Flood. We should do a double feature where we show Flood and Fire.
That sounds good.
And we'll
That
call
sounds
it
good.
the budget Irwin Allen night, since we cannot afford Tower and Inferno nor Poseidon Adventure. That would be a good one, Poseidon Adventure.
That's
Remember
I
that
like
song? What was that song they had on Poseidon Adventure? There has to be a morning after. You don't remember that song?
No.
Oh my
But
goodness.
you're the rock star.
It has nothing to do with rock. It was a pop. It was a #1 pop song.
Okay.
The song from Poseidon Adventure. Where were you in the 70s?
I was in college.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
so
explains
that's why,
it.
You know, we didn't have time
No,
for
you
movies.
you were at the pub.
But we had time for creature features.
You were at the pub. Oh,
Yeah.
only you got home from the pub, and that was the only thing on
That's
television
right.
besides the news.
The original creature features. Yeah.
So you know, I'm liking this film.
You know what's weird though?
What?
Eric Estrada, right?
Oh, he
he's a
is weird,
prisoner
right?
In this, and then he became a cop,
Is that how it
a
happened?
motorcycle cop. Yeah.
No, he went from this to Chips.
Yeah. So how could you be a prisoner and then become a cop?
Well, that shows his range, does it not?
Okay.
You're a thespian. You know these things.
I keep thinking it's real. I'm sorry.
Oh, all
It's
right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, what do you say we get back to this film, eh?
Sounds like a good plan.
Off we go to Fire. Don't go away because it gets hot.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you. You and your bloody F-bombs.
Jon, I love your dog.
So do I.
You know, I thought it was Tangella's dog.
You know, she has come and taken my dog 4 or 5 times.
He's so
it's getting
sweet.
a little
Look,
much.
He gives me kisses.
He likes everybody. I think that's the
he's
problem.
sweet. So, some time back, Tangella presented this dog to me as if it was hers, and she actually pinched it from you.
I know. That's what she does.
My goodness. But, you know, we explained this is because she feels like you should have a rough collie.
Well, the thing is, we do a lot of traveling now, and a collie is like it's very
right.
difficult to do a lot of traveling.
All right.
The little
No,
dogs are easier for that.
No, that makes sense. And, you know, this dog is too small to fight crime, right?
And he has no teeth.
He has no teeth. Poor baby.
Yeah, he's what they call a senior dog.
Oh, he's senior.
Yeah,
He
he's
looks so
12 years
young.
old.
I love dogs. You know, I should get several more.
Well, we know where to get them.
Right.
Sure.
All right. So what else are you doing with dogs? You've got the new spray product.
The new spray,
right?
mix and go.
Spray, mix and
you know,
go.
for the dogs.
And then,
so
are you going to come out with a line of dog toys as well?
possibly. We are just starting out, and there's just all kinds of cool
What
things
are you
that we
going to
can do.
call this new enterprise?
Well, it's called Provost. That's the main thing. And then, but
Oh,
this
Provost
item is
brands.
the Provost brand.
All right.
Yes.
No, I like it.
And then the first is Spray, Mix, and Go.
Provost, what is that French?
Yes.
Right. Do you speak any French?
Provo. Now, if we lived in Canada, they would pronounce it Provo. They don't pronounce the ST.
Right. That sounds right.
Yeah.
No. So,
Or,
but
you've seen those big buses, Prevost?
he's avoiding my question. Do you speak any French?
Oui.
Oui. That's it.
That's about it.
That's
yeah.
all you got. You know, living in the UK, we have to learn French. I mean, it's not compelled on us, but, you know, being so close,
Okay.
it'd be silly not to. It's like, you know, Americans have to learn Canadian, right? Because it's so
well,
close.
it's the same
right?
language.
No, it's Canadian.
Okay. Well, the accent, then.
No, it's a different language.
It's Canadian. Okay. I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I've heard of people now. I can speak 2 languages, English and Canadian. Right?
I'll buy that.
No, what makes me angry is these Europeans who say, "Oh, I can speak 6 different languages," right? And then you test them on it. Now, next time somebody says they can speak 6 languages, test them on it. They will fail because you'll learn they can only say, "Where's the loo?" and "hello" and "goodbye."
That's all you need.
No, there's more to language than that. Okay. I'm a wordsmith. All right, what do you say we get back to fire, and then I'll give you back your dog, and we'll see the end of this movie.
Sounds good.
All right, off we go to the end of fire, and we shall see you on the other side of the break. Right? Right.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Stay tuned.
And that brings the fire hose down on fire. You know, I don't know about this ending. I mean, the fire's under control. Movie's over. Yeah, who wrote the, you know,
how can it be under control when it's just everything's ablaze?
Well, so I think my theory is that the writer had some big grand finale in place, and then somebody at the studio says, "Oh, we can't do this. Scratch, scratch, scratch," and it ended with like, "All right, you're in the shed," and
they do that
under control. Yeah. You know, we don't often show these films that are not horror or sci-fi. Every now and then we'll throw one out to our viewers, and most of them are like, "Oh, I've never seen this film before. This is nice." But then there's this small group that says, "You did not show a sci-fi or horror film tonight. You are not creature features anymore. You are now something with 4-letter words."
Well, then again, you know, there are people out there that they just do that kind of thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even if we were to do the right thing, they would still complain.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
Right. No,
Yeah.
these things happen. They do. All right. Well, what's next for you?
Well, we're going to be doing a lot of dog expos.
Nice.
Things like that.
Are you going to do Westminster Dog Show?
Hey, can we enter Casper?
You should do it. No, he would be wonderful.
Well, maybe. Let me think about that.
I would vote for him.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I
we'll
certainly
think
would.
about that.
You should do that. So you're going to be exhibiting your products.
Yes.
And then, no, I like the whole Provo Dog Company idea. I think it's brilliant.
Well, thank you. Well,
No.
so do we.
You should come out with dog beds and dog shoes.
We've got all kinds of things planned, but
Chapeaus.
we're taking baby steps at first.
No hats for dogs. No one's done it yet.
Well, that sounds like Tangela.
No, imagine Casper with a lovely chapeau. It would shade his eyes and keep
Yeah.
his ears warm.
Well, we can. I'll have our designers work on that.
No. I'll design it, and you just get your engineers, scientists to make it happen. Right?
I'll consider that.
All right. Thank you, John, for showing up. Next time you want to come up to the house, you know how to get here.
Oh yeah, just right up your
just
road,
walk.
right up my road.
Right. And as far as you guys go, thank you so much for staying up late and watching Fire with us. We know you could have been watching that Cryonics movie, but you stayed with us, which was absolutely wonderful. And for that reason, we love you. We'll see you next week. So, John, you know, I'm thinking it's been a couple of years since you've lived close to us. And, you know, in that time, you've experienced all our viewers who wanted to come see our house. They end up at your house and asking you how to get here. Or you've had Tangela coming down to visit you and cause a bit of mayhem.
I wouldn't call it visit.
Close calls with fires, tourists all over town. What do you think about living here now?
You know, Vincent, it's a nice place to visit, but I don't think I should have moved here.